afternoon. I'm Andy Vasquez, Yuba County Supervisor, and this is my friend Monty Atkinson. Monty used to be my chiropractor back in 1988.
I met Andy again about 20 years after I last saw him as a patient.
And through time travels and everything, in 2009, I happened to run across Monty right here on Sycamore and Riverside.
I was down and out in my luck. I wasn't working. I didn't have a vehicle. We were talking, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm not working right now." And he said, "Well, take my card and give me a call." So I called him the very next day. 2 days after that, I was working for him. It's changed my life. As you can see, I have a vehicle. I'm just a better person all around. I have a better attitude. I feel like I'm worthy. I'm doing something for my life again.
People in Linda were feeling left out. People in Linda were feeling that nobody cared about them.
Right.
The one thing that I wanted to do was change that attitude. More successful than anything I could have done was to remove the blight, the things that are visible that make this place less than desirable. You know, the people have gotten, into the pride of their neighborhood, and they look forward to I've seen families here after dark. You'd have never seen that in 2004. You needed a gun out in this neck of the woods. We're really happy to live in a country that has the freedoms, but we have problems in Linda. And I kind of worked real hard to kind of solve those problems, and I think he likes what's happening, and I don't know. What do you think, Frank?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of positives that's been going on with Linda. You've never been given something, but you've worked for what you've got, and you're working strongly and tirelessly for the county. We've got to get you elected. We can't work on false hopes and false promises, and it just doesn't work that way. The positives have been the community cleanups. There's been a good response to your initiative. A vote for Andy is a vote for Linda. He's a former Marine, a man of integrity, and a man that does what he says he's going to do without all the fluff.
Now I'm Big Lim, let's settle the score. The way I fix my food will keep you coming for more. I take a lot of pride in how I season my meat. And when you taste my salsa, give your taste buds a treat. I got ribs, tri-tip, catfish too. Big Lim's here cooking it up for you, all right?
I said I wanted to change the face and attitude of Linda, and I've tried to do that, but do you think I've really been successful?
I think you're succeeding very well. I see a lot of positive. The front of this place now has storm drains in place for the first time since forever.
If the small business dies here, we die. You can't operate a community without businesses such as yourself, the 7-Eleven store, the Andy's Garage. Those are all part of what makes this community a community.
And I think small business as well as large businesses are a very important part of the Linda community.
Hey, Will, how you doing?
Doing good. You doing?
The Linda Business Directory. It was designed to let people know that we have 21 automotive shops.
To be honest with you, I didn't know I had that much competition until I actually looked at the directory.
I understand. I hated to do that to you, but
what it does is it keeps everybody on this side of the bridge. Other businesses need to realize is that businesses feed off of other businesses, and we all help each other. And I think if people realize the amount of traffic in this area, you have 5,000 people on Beale Air Force Base that drive through here every day.
Sure.
And the market's here, but we need more actual strong business in this side, and then we can all help each other out.
I've been very pleased with Andy's first year and a half on the job. I think Andy's the type of supervisor that's needed in Yuba County, and I believe that a local supervisor in a community like Linda needs to be actively engaged in getting input from his constituents, getting the community engaged. And a good example was about a year ago, we had a town hall meeting for parks and recreation. My mindset going into the meeting, because I'm a sports guy, was ballpark. We got to get more soccer fields out here. We got to get more baseball, basketball, tennis. And the people that showed up that night, their input was, we need a skateboard park. And, you know, that was kind of a paradigm for me, a paradigm shift. I'm like, wow, yeah, you know, and that is true. You know, we've got all these kids skating around here, and they do need a place. So we got community input. Andy asked them to help out, and now we've got a skateboard park. You know, as you take these small steps, if you get a park here, you get a new local business, as you make these small tangible steps, that just gives the community hope that we can turn it around, and that you know, this community has a lot of potential. I mean, there are immense recreational opportunities here, from outdoor sports, recreational sports, you know, fishing, boating, riding horses, to just the things that kids do, playing in a soccer league, basketball league, baseball. I mean, there is just a lot of variety out here, and it's all within one county, which is pretty amazing, because they're not, you know, I came from the Bay Area, and we didn't have access to the kind of rivers or lakes that are out here. You know, you had to drive hours to get access to some of this stuff. As more opportunities come up to get community involvement and engagement, and getting their input, that's going to be real critical, that the community feels they are part of the solution. They can feel more of a sense of ownership and responsibility.
Mr. Diaz, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Fantastic. This beautiful campus, beautiful new campus. Look at the construction going on.
There's a lot of construction going on. It's very exciting.
When you stop and take a look at what Marysville, Linda, and Yuba County itself has to offer, education-wise, health and human services, we're one of the few counties that cooperate by county. You know, I mean, our health and human services, and you being here at the college, I'm sure you've seen quite a change in the years.
It's quite a transformation, absolutely. And it's exciting to see, because I know one of the things that, as business people, you know, we like to look at making sure that we have a productive workforce, and we have people that are coming out that have the skills that we need. So this is very exciting for us. I think working with us directly so that we can help these businesses, because really it's the small businesses that are really going to generate jobs in this area, not large companies. That we know that's
small.
Absolutely. And I think that, and then also anything that we can do that that accomplishes multiple things. So I liked the cleanup, and getting the youth more involved in that, because that gives them something to do, and gives them something positive, and it gets them to really be more invested in our community.
College here it has a lot of courses designed for business, and hopefully we can work together to kind of...
Yeah, I think it's good for us to have a coalition between our chamber and the county government, because I think together we can do some outreach and actually convince, you know, some of the businesses to band together and help us attract other businesses over here, and make it really business friendly. And I'm glad that those are some of the things that you're into. I'm also gratified that you work with youth, because I work with the youth a lot as well.
Kids, you know, I raised 5 kids, and I ran the teen center in Challenge. And what I found out is kids are kids, and they're meant to be guided, and they're our future. My philosophy has been not to bring society down to them, but bring people up to a level that, you know, to raise them up out of their level of poverty or the level of apathy. With your support, we can expand the horizons.
Well, Andy, you have my support. You can count on me.